What if the things you try to hide about yourself are actually the strongest proof of how your mind works? What if the habits you question, the ones that make you stop and think, wait, is something wrong with me, are not flaws at all, but signals? Signals of something deeper, something sharper, something most people never notice. Because here is the truth. Being normal is not always the standard for intelligence. And throughout history, many of the most brilliant minds were never normal. They were different, a little strange, a little misunderstood, a little alone. And psychology supports this. Some habits that look odd on the surface are actually signs of a mind that is active, curious, and highly intelligent. So now, let's step into this, because you might recognize yourself in ways you never expected. And that is where your story begins. Number 1, you talk to yourself a lot. Have you ever caught yourself speaking out loud with no one there? Arguing with yourself, replaying conversations, giving yourself instructions, or even standing in front of a mirror and talking through your thoughts? At first, it feels strange. And that is where the first conflict appears. Because a part of you wonders, why am I doing this? But psychology gives this a name: self-directed speech. And it is not a weakness, it is a function. Studies show that talking to yourself helps you process ideas faster, solve problems more effectively, and regulate your emotions. Children do it naturally as they learn about the world, but most people stop. Highly intelligent minds often do not. So when you catch yourself mumbling your thoughts or rehearsing what to say next, you are not losing control. You are organizing it. Number 2, you feel like an outsider. Now this one runs deeper. Have you ever felt like you do not fully belong? Like you are present, but not fully understood? You watch people accept things without questioning them. But your mind does not stay quiet. It analyzes, it observes, it challenges, and this creates distance. Because now you see things differently. This is where the story shifts. There's an old idea from philosophy, a cave. Inside it, people are chained, only able to see shadows on a wall. To them, those shadows are reality. But one person escapes, sees the world outside, understands the truth, and when they return to explain it, they are rejected. Not because they are wrong, but because they are different. This is the second conflict, because insight often comes with isolation. But it also gives you something rare: awareness, empathy, and a way of seeing the world that most people never reach. Number 3, you get deeply obsessed with random topics. Now think about this. Have you ever fallen into something so deeply that you lost track of time? Maybe it was black holes, or chess, or history, or something completely unexpected. Days pass, and you are still exploring it, learning everything, understanding every detail. To others, it looks excessive, but inside, it feels natural. This is not distraction. This is curiosity at full intensity. Psychology links this to openness to experience, a trait strongly connected to intelligence. You are not just interested, you immerse, you disappear into the subject, and through that, you expand your mind, one deep dive at a time. Number 4, you have sudden bursts of ideas and insights. Now here's where things get strange. Your best ideas do not always come when you try. They come when you are resting, walking, showering, lying in bed, or even waking up in the middle of the night. Out of nowhere, an idea appears, clear, sharp, almost complete, and it feels unexpected. But it is not random. Your brain has been working the entire time, in the background, processing, connecting, building. Highly intelligent minds do not fully switch off. They continue, even when you're not paying attention. Research shows creativity often increases during rest or distraction, so those sudden insights are not accidents, they are results. And this creates another conflict, because your mind never truly stops, but it also never stops creating. Number 5, you have long, deep, silent phases. Have you ever gone quiet for a while? Pulled away, disconnected from people, from social media, from noise. At first, it may feel like something is wrong, but look closer, because something else is happening. You are thinking, reflecting, processing. While many people avoid being alone, you move toward it, because solitude gives you space. Space to understand yourself, space to connect ideas, space to breathe mentally. Psychology calls this intrapersonal intelligence, the ability to understand yourself deeply. And here is the truth. Even when you appear still on the outside, your mind is active, working quietly, solving problems, building meaning, and preparing for what comes next. Number 6, you ask deep, sometimes strange questions. Now we reach the final layer. Do you ask questions that feel different? Why do we dream? What exists beyond the universe? Is time even real? And sometimes people look at you and say, you think too much? But that is not a flaw. That is curiosity, one of the strongest indicators of intelligence. There is a reason for this. Curious minds learn faster. They explore deeper. They do not settle for simple answers. Even Albert Einstein said, I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. And that changes everything. Because asking questions is how you grow. It is how you discover. It is how you move beyond what is given. So when your mind refuses to stay on the surface, it is not overthinking. It is searching. And now we return to you. Because this was never just information. It is reflection. If you have seen yourself in these moments, then understand this. You are not too much. You are not strange in the way you think. You are not broken. These habits, these quiet patterns, often show up in people with high intellectual potential. They are signs of a mind that is active, a mind that is aware, a mind that does not settle. So the next time you notice them, do not hide them. Do not dismiss them. Because what you call weird might be the clearest signal of how your mind works. So now ask yourself, which of these feels familiar? And what else have you noticed about yourself that others do not understand? Share it, because your experience might be the thing someone else needed to finally understand their own. And if this connected with you, stay with Raw Psych. There is more to explore about your mind and what makes it different. Take care of yourself. We will see you next time.